Nick Szymanski has been around golf his entire life. A native Toledoan, the St. John's and UT grad, has been at the South Toledo Golf Club for over 3 decades. So who's better to show us the links in this week's Glass City Golf? We're at the South Toledo Golf Club, joined by the pro here, Nick Szymanski. And Nick, let's talk about the South Toledo Golf Club. This is one of the older clubs in the Toledo area. It's been around for a long time, so that means you're doing something right, and you had a pretty good plan way back in the 20s when this was designed.
Yeah, 1925 was the original year, so we're on 95 years, getting close to our 100th anniversary up here. You know, this course is kind of now in the middle of town, but obviously back then it was probably out in no man's land as we went from there. But a really nice public golf course, you know, user-friendly, lots of tee boxes, good for ladies, for juniors, as well as advanced players from the gold tees here.
So today we're going to play the 17th tee here. We're at the 17th tee. Tell us about the 17th hole. What's special?
Well, our 17th hole, we kind of call it our signature hole, but it's a demanding hole at the end of our round. From the gold tees, it plays 437 yards. It's got it's really a pretty straight hole, but the green is very undulated and very difficult when you get up there. We got some tree lines down the left side. We got OB down the left side you got to be careful of. As you go down and some pines, you got to really kind of maneuver around as we go through. We've cut them up nice and high though, so when you do a bad shot over there, you got a good chance of knocking it underneath and getting it rolling up to the green. The hardest part's always the green up there. You miss the green left or right here, you're gonna have a lot of trouble, but this is one of our most difficult ones in that situation. You know, even if you hit a 250, 260 drive, you know, you can have a mid-iron into this green a lot of times. All right, good ball. Down the middle. Uh-oh, a little bit right. The right's good, it's not out of bounds. That's kind of the typical bailout for anybody at this course.
Generally, I've got a pretty bad slice. Oh, yuck.
Uh-oh, that's out of bounds.
As I said, in the backyard.
We can either re-tee or play the new rule. The new rule in golf right now is there's 2 different ways to do out of bounds. So out of bounds, the old classic way was when you hit a ball and you knock it out of bounds, you have to re-tee on number whatever, wherever you are, whether it's the tee or the fairway or whatever. The new rule, and this is speed of play, is if you hit it out of bounds and you go up to where the ball went out of bounds, you can pull it over to the edge of the fairway and take a 2-stroke penalty. Where before you would re-tee and take a 1-stroke penalty. So golf's kind of changed a little bit on that. I think it's more of a speed of play thing. It's trying to help some of those things that maybe the rules that make it a little too tough for golf. So we promote that to all of our regular play. The PGA Tour still plays the re-tee rule, but it's one of those things, all our golf leagues, we tell them that. It just makes life a lot easier for everybody.
You know, these rules are designed to help grow the game, and in this time of COVID-19, golf is kind of positioned to be a sport that can grow a little bit, and I think that's something we've seen with the Toledo Youth Golf Association, which you're very active with.
Yep, I'm the current president of Toledo Junior Golf, and you know, it's really, like I said, for us, we were scared we might not even have any events. And we kind of worked through that and made sure the courses are giving us great access and great accessibility than they ever have. We're spreading out tee times. The kids show up a half hour before they get done, they turn in their scorecard, and they got to kind of go to their car and leave. You know, I kind of miss a little of that camaraderie where the kids used to hang around and putt and chip and hold, you know, do some stuff with each other, but at least we got them out playing, and obviously we got a huge turnout. I think we're up about 40% for the year on tournament players.
I kind of want to punch this because if you get too high, you're going to get into those tree branches.
Those trees, exactly right. So I kind of did the same thing. I took a 6-iron and hit a little punch, and it did catch a little bit of that pine, but it got all the way through up by the left front of the green.
They claim trees are 70% air.
That's what they say, but
yet it's real easy to find that 30%.
I'll tell you what, I don't believe it. Oh, just like you said. Shot over here to the right.
Yeah.
That 70%, 30% rule just happened. You smoked that tree and it went a little right at target.
I mean, it was curving that way anyways, which is funny because, like I said, I usually slice. I was hooking that one.
That was a good punch shot, though. That kept it underneath the trees pretty good. But we got that last branch on the last tree, which always gets you.
Uh-huh. So when you're pitching, how does that change your stance?
What I do is I try to keep things as consistent as possible. Okay. So when I pitch the ball, when I hit a full swing with a sand wedge or whatever, I'm a guy that likes to keep it consistent. That's how I teach golf. the more things you change, the more things that get in your head as a golfer. So I leave my stance pretty much the same. I keep my ball position the same. And I, for lack of a better term, I call it a mini golf swing. We're just taking a shorter backswing and then we're following through and trying to control our distance as we get up to the hole. In my case, as I say, when you're chipping, I can't tell you to take it back 31 inches and through 47 inches and the ball's gonna go 9 yards. You know, it's still about touch and feel. But I'm just gonna try to pitch it up on the front of the green and see if we can get it run into the hole. Something like that.
Pretty much exactly like that.
That's
how it's done. Thank you to Nick Szymanski and his entire crew over at South Toledo Golf Club for helping us out this week with Glass City Golf. Now, South Toledo has just introduced a new beginners league for new golfers. A great way to get started in the game. Head to their website, southtoledogolf.com, for more information.